If you're using a program like Dropbox or TortoiseSVN, something that uses shell icon overlays, these little check marks over the normal folder icons, same thing over here, you might find that if you have multiples of these programs loaded, they start competing with each other, and you'll start finding that programs that you're using stop having the overlays appear. This is something you can fix easily in the registry, although it's annoying to do so. And the reason why this is happening is because ultimately Windows only allows for 15 total overlay changes across all programs. And if you have multiple programs, they're probably over that limit, which is why they're not showing up correctly. Let me show you how to fix that now. Right here I have a copy of TortoiseSVN that I'm working with. You can see the overlays are working. And over here I have Dropbox also working at the same time. To fix this, I'm going to go to my Start menu, and I'm just going to type in regedit, R-E-G-E-D-I-T, regedit. It's going to ask you if you're sure. You say yes. Good idea with regedit is before you can really mess up your computer with changing your registry. So be careful here. If you're not comfortable, maybe you should find someone who is. But you can always go ahead and just say, if you only do what I'm going to show you here, you should be fine. What I would say is going in here and exporting your registry settings before you start would be smart. Registry backup. Add a date or something. For right now, I'm just going to go with it since this is just temporary. That way, if you make a mistake, you can re-import your registry settings and you should be good to go. I suppose it's worth noting this file does get really big, so this one I just made is about 500 megabytes. So it takes a minute or so to make, and then it's pretty sizable. So, but I always make a backup if I'm going to make some changes, just in case I make a mistake. To find where the shell icon overlays are, it's this location right here. And I'll put this in the description below so you can follow it a little bit easier, because I always forget. So if you just go through this, follow us one at a time. We'll go to H key local machine, find software, scroll down to Microsoft, scroll down to Windows. You can just type in the letters, it will jump in there a little faster. So Windows, and then current version. Explore, we're almost there. There we go. And finally the shell icon overlays right here. And what you'll see is all the different ones you have loaded are listed. So I have Tortoise, I don't even know what act is, Dropbox, OneDrive, and a couple others. And what you'll notice is they're kind of spaced oddly. So what they do, these programs, they know that there's competition for these spaces. So what they do to put themselves at the top of the list is they always put spaces before their name. So Dropbox adds 2 spaces, OneDrive adds 1 space, Tortoise I don't think adds any, which is why it always adds up at the end of the list. So if you want to have your icons, the icons at the top, it goes in order from 1 to 15. Your first 15 are the ones that are going to show up. So for me, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. down to this. So what I've done is I've chosen ones that I don't care about as much. Like, well, here, let's go ahead and adjust these. I don't know what this is, and I don't need it to be here. So I'm just going to right-click and choose Rename. And when I rename, I'm just going to add in a couple more spaces, and that's going to push it lower in the list. Same thing here. I'll rename, and it will push it lower in the list. And then this one, which I actually would like to have show up a little bit earlier. I'm sorry, I did that backwards. I did that backwards. I will take away some. So let's take away 2. I added 2, I'll take away 2. And then Tortoise here, which I'd like to actually have show up, I'm going to rename this and pop this up higher in the list. So I'll just push it ahead of Dropbox. It's the lamest race in Windows. And there we go. This should actually have changed the list, and now they should show up. You don't need to save this or anything like that. Once you make the change in the registry, it is changed. I'm not sure how to make this update right away. or F5, the normal button here. So this means I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The first 9 of Tortoise, so I'll get all of Tortoise, and then I'll get the next 6, the first 6 overlay icons from Dropbox. So I might get a, like for Tortoise, you have a modified, a conflict, a locked, etc., etc. So these are the different types of icons you have. And you can adjust this as needed by just spacing things around. You shouldn't be able to screw up Windows just by changing these, so you should feel fairly confident. If you make a mistake, you can just undo it, redo it like I just did. So it's not a big deal with the shell icon overlays. What I would say is every time I install a new program or an update, it reconfigures this again and I have to change it. So it's not a bad idea to go under here under favorites and add this particular thing to your favorites so you can get back here faster next time. You don't have to search for it because you will forget that address in the registry. That's it. At this point, you might need to restart your computer to have it update with the proper icons, but I should now get even icons from both sides here. I should be good to go.